Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Thank you, Grace. Yes, Grace, you're welcome. Welcome all of you viewers to MME Live on a Sunday night for Movie Math with Grace Randolph, right? Oh, no, I came home. Well, listen, I had a great weekend. I'm home early because we went out of town with my mother, and she had a work emergency tomorrow, so she has to be at work in the morning. So she still had some fun. But that now I could talk about the box office. The box office results before Grace. I was going to react to Grace, and now I can't till tomorrow. Buku is here. Seventh night. 9 out of 5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. I'm sorry. Tim Talk. So Bradley, Virtual Hug. Chubby Teddy, Monster Productions. Can't be up too late. Got to get to the gym. And I got to get them Ryo Kino gains. Okay, yeah, me too. Me too, Chubby Teddy. I've been working on it. For reals. For reals. That's a great picture of... God damn it, Chubby. Don't be hating on Grace. This irrational... I got to do a separate movie topic on this irrational Grace Randolph hate. That's bullshit. No, she always looks fresh. Fresh and so clean. With that movie math and beyond the trailer. Chubby Teddy says, by the way, this is the first MCU film in years that I really enjoyed. I'll let her know. She's pretty happy to get the night off from this madman as well. So it's mutual beneficial to you guys and to my wife. She's okay with it. Believe me. We were in the car for 3 hours. She's good. We've spent enough time this weekend. Movie blocks. Haven't seen Shang Chi. Well, guess what, movie blocks? You could support the second week box office, or you could go in a few hours and support the Labor Day box office to help it get those records. Chubby Teddy, I hope your mom is she's doing better. We had to wear masks the whole weekend, but people did not like me wearing the masks in the country. They're like, they looked at me like I was a fool. They don't know my mother has an autoimmune disease and we have to be careful. So they look at me, and we sometimes had to wear masks in the car driving her around, and people are looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with you? Sarav Sarvesh Raj, Ganesh Raj. How you doing, Max? I'm doing great, especially since I'm close to pronouncing your name correctly. All right, let's get to my giant members list. I really appreciate the support. Here are my executive producers of MME: Rhea, Taylor, Relapse, Nick Hammond, Zeno, Aaron World Order, Obi-Wan, Real Elmo Cinema. I appreciate the support. I appreciate all the viewers. I really do. Can you do me a favor? Can we get this even on the replay? If you're watching on the replay, to 50 likes? 50 likes for MME? I get hundreds of views, but I very rarely get 50 likes. It's up to you. Brian, Master of Madness, Hans, Roosevelt Cavazos, Saggy Melons, Zeno again, H. Parts, Resident Justice, Lewis Cox, Zeverfet, Blinded Braille, Punk Trace, Rel McMillan, Sean A., and the Retro Bro. I really appreciate the support. Oh, wow! Cast Graphics has become a YouTube member. Wow, I really appreciate that, Cass. I really like talking to you. Just talk to you. I really want to have you on the show one day. I really appreciate the support. I'm going harder, and I'm going harder on YouTube too, and taking out the usual suspects. And I think you like that type of content, and I'm going to deliver. I'm going to deliver for good viewers and friends like Cast Graphics. Appreciate the support, man. Really. But movie blocks. You can either decide to help the opening weekend box office because they're going to count Labor Day for this amazing opening weekend, or help the second week because I think it's going to have legs. So you have an opportunity. I think everyone in the chat that's seen it already Oh, wow! Sarvesh Raj Ganesh. Oh, now I messed it up. I tried really hard. Sarvesh Raj Ganesh Raj. Sarvesh Raj Ganesh Raj has become a new member. I appreciate the support. I really do. It means a lot to me. And you can give me questions and comments at any time, topics and for videos. You could suggest content for real. If you have a Twitter, here let me drop my Twitter. This is where you could really, even if you're not on the YouTube comments, this is where you could suggest contents, topics, or questions for me to cover on the show. Here at Mad Max Movies 1. I actually think it's I put an exclamation point. Sorry, I was excited. At Mad Max Movies 1. So if you want to suggest any content, questions, or topics, go right ahead. And that's along with you too, Cast Graphics, and any other members. Even viewers that aren't members, you could suggest it. But of course, members get top billing. I got to be honest, really. Yes, I did get the name right. I'm happy I did. I tried hard. I have problems with pronunciation. Ask my viewers, but I did. Sarvesh Raj Ganesh Raj. Okay. I'm sure you say it with more flair than I do, but I'm trying to get it right. Okay. Degrassi Knowles. Yes, I did see, and that's one of the topics, but we got to get to the box office first, even without Grace. I kind of have a hot take on that. I really do. I don't know where's all my MME panelists. No one's on here yet. I know. Oh, you know what? Let's get a shout out to Saggy Melons first and watch just a little bit of her video. She is going places. She is doing some great content. She's mixing it up. I was just watching her video, catching up. Okay, Shifty Gizm says 2 cents on nonsense was amazing today. Enosh and Johnny went hard on Giller Doomcock. It's a must watch. What a jerk. A big old jerk. Okay. Thank you for the recommendation, Shifty Gizm. I can't watch it now because it's a long stream, but I'll check it out tonight or tomorrow. For real. I'm going to go based on your recommendation. All right, so let's watch Saggy Melons. She may be busy tonight. She may be busy at some kind of convention. She's going places. She's giving this YouTube thing. She's going for it. I feel it. I feel her going places. So this is where her channel update and beyond. If you haven't yet, go subscribe. I'm sure most of you have. She's got a new layout. She's going to cons and stuff. That's exciting stuff. But this is a new segment on her show, which I really enjoyed. Let's just take a glimpse here, and props to Saggy.
So I went ahead and I did a thing. So I would like to present you all with a new segment that I might just drop every stream or whenever I feel like it, and it's this. Yeah, I'm that bitch. I am that bitch. And first up, I don't even know how I like this layout. What should I do? Should I do a different one? What y'all like? Like me like that? There we go. So we're about to do I'm that bitch, and I'm that bitch that's gonna tell them something. So first up, we got Miss Stella Parton, who thought the smart thing for her to do on September 1st was to tweet out, "Don't you find it odd that women in America are being treated worse than women in Afghanistan?
Oh my God!
We wasted $2 trillion plus to go into Afghanistan. We did waste
a lot of money,
children.
For sure. But that take is horrible.
Right here, folks. Are you catching on yet?" And since I'm that bitch, I responded, "Cute profile picture, Stella. I bet you women in Afghanistan wish they were allowed to wear an outfit like that.
Yes.
Check your privilege at the door, please.
Yes, there you go. That's just a glimpse.
Can you believe that?
All right. I don't want to steal Saggy's content. I only steal the assholes of movie talks comment. I don't steal it. But definitely go give her some love. That's a great segment for her channel. She's doing great things over there. And she's like at a con. She met Carl from The Walking Dead. Carl. Great stuff. All right. Yes. Geeks and Gamers. What? No, they're not. They're not. They're just doing. He's just doing D-Day Cobra stuff. Will Wallace, how about those live action Rick and Morty promos with Christopher Lloyd? I heard about it. I didn't see it yet. Yeah, she did. She's trying all kinds of. I don't know. The Grassy Knolls. I don't know if I want to highlight that. I'm not sure. Okay. Coral. Okay. All right. So let's get to the box office results. This is great stuff happening. All right here. Let me see which one I want to show first. And this is still happening. We're still going to get tomorrow's results. Let me bring up Variety first, okay? Bring up Variety to show the amazing results that Shang Chi. And you know what? Here's my thumbnail. Whoa! Chubby Teddy Monster Productions became a YouTube member. Wow, I really appreciate that, Chubby. I will add you to the list. You can request content at any time. You don't have to super chat. That's another benefit of being a member, 99 cents and up. And lots of supported me above 99 cents. I really appreciate that too. But you can request content anytime. Super chats also help the show, but it's not necessary. But you can request stuff like this, and I'm getting so much support, I'm going to have to do something in the future. I'm going to have to figure it out. So, Chubby Teddy, thank you so much, man. I love having you on the show, too. If we were books, would Norman read us? Or would he read us? What are you talking about, Saggy Melons? No, she hasn't used me. No, she gets more viewers than me. She gets more likes than me. I'm using, I shouldn't say that. I'm not using her or anything. But I don't think so. I mean, you feel free to say what you want. Okay, Degrassi, I'll highlight it, but I don't know. All right. But I really appreciate that. Degrassi knows his amazing results, but the box office still has got the Delta Blues. Listen, it's still a thing. The Delta thing is still a thing, but I think the box office is ready. Theaters are ready. Movie fans are ready for good movies. That's the difference. You put a good movie in the theater and not something you've been holding on to, holding on to forever and releasing it way after it's relevant. When you release something when it's relevant, it's fresh, it's a new character, and it's above average film, you're going to get the box office results. I really think that's the problem. Most of the slate that Hollywood studios have been holding on since the pandemic have been average. They've been average. All right, so let me get to the first article here. And it's Variety. Variety's first, because this is great. This means that I think they're going to be watching next week's box office for the second weekend for Shang-Chi instead of delaying. If Shang-Chi did not deliver, you would see a bunch of delays this week. There were some delays already. But now that it's not, now that it's a success, you're going to see some studios show some confidence in releasing a above average film in the theater. Now you're not, it's, if you're average or below, it's still going to be an uphill battle for you. All right, let me get to the Variety. Box office. Shang-Chi dazzles with mighty 71.4 million opening weekend. It's going to get to 100 million and no problem. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings delivered the sizzle that struggling movie theaters so desperately needed, debuting at 71.4 million in its inaugural weekend. I am ready to support theaters. I am ready to support theaters, guys and gals. I'm ready. Me personally, with my family, my mother's illness, and I've been concerned about going to the theater. Shang Chi is the movie that got me back to the theater and made me feel safe about going. You could really be just almost as safe as any other place. I'd still feel safer about being in a movie theater than eating at a restaurant without my mask on. You could go in, you could do your thing, you could wear a mask. Don't let anyone shame you, because the rules have reversed. Now people kind of shame you if you wear a mask. You're being you're being ridiculous. You do what feels right for you. Okay? Feel safe going to the movies, support these great movies, and there's a path forward. And you know what? The movie rental places were holding on by a thread. Where we went to for the weekend, there used to be a movie rental place. They went out of business because of the pandemic, because there wasn't a constant influx of movies and rentals. And they, after they're done with the rentals, they sell them for cheap, previously viewed. That income was gone. So it has hurt. So I think we're ready. We're ready for it to be back. And I feel it, even though nothing's solved. There's ways to do it. There's ways to be safe if you want to. And then if you don't worry about it, you don't worry about it anyway. I'm just speaking to the ones that have concerns about it. There's ways to be safe. So what a great headline. And it's not over yet. Really, what's really going to the proof of the pudding is going to be the second Carlos Cantor. Wow, where did you get that, Carlos? You get the best images of Jarbo. I might have to do this whole episode all alone. I should have called it OnlyFans. That's an amazing. Is that Jarbo? I can't even tell. That looks like him in a Yoshi outfit, but I'm not sure if that's actually Matt Jarbo or a guy that looks like him. Okay. Let me see here. Joey Herrera. I saw it today and loved it. Will Wallace. Shang-Chi got me excited for Eternals. Yes! Actually, it got me more excited for Eternals too, Will Wallace. I agree with that. I agree. I'm more interested to see what happens at Eternals. Shifty Gizm. I haven't had fast food since the pandemic started. I doubt I'll be going to theaters anytime soon. Okay. Listen, I support you, Shifty Gizm. I want you to feel better about it. I want you to feel comfortable going. I want all movie fans to feel comfortable going. So I'm not going to shame you at all. I should stop. You know what, Shifty Gizm? I need to stop with the fast food myself. Maybe I should have. But I felt okay. I was a little concerned, but I had such a great time at the theater last Thursday night. Me and my wife went. We had a lot of fun. I'm going to not cancel my Cinemark movie. I forget what they call it. I pay for it, but I forget what they call it. It's like one ticket a month for $8.99. So we'll maybe go one movie a month, or we'll wait because it rolls over. So if it rolls over to the next month, me and my wife could see it together. That ticket will roll over, and we'll see one every other month. And then we're going to save one for Spider-Man for sure. Let me see. And then we'll get to another article. And then we'll get to some topics. When I saw Shang-Chi before the movie, Perry from Collider was on big screen talking about upcoming movies. I like Perry. I can't believe she's still at Collider, but I like her. I'm going to send the link to people on Twitter again, because I don't know if they know this started. They're talking. I'm live right now alone. Hold on. I gotta talk to. I am live and all alone. All right. Oh, someone just popped in. Let me see. Brian.
I was working on it, man. I was
no.
having difficulties for some reason. My camera's not working tonight, so.
No, I know you were coming up to work. This is a great day, Brian.
Yes, sir.
because movies box office is back. You know, Shang-Chi.
I'm going tomorrow to watch Shang-Chi.
Yeah. All right. That's awesome. You get to support the record for Labor Day. I think it's going to get the Labor Day weekend record.
Nice.
So you could support that. That's another reason I wanted to go last week, is I wanted to support history. I was a first weekender. Remember Ryan Johnson when he pissed everyone off and he said go the second or third weekend, that's the sweet spot. People don't know how much of Max Movies was a movie fan. When me and my wife were dating, we were first weekenders all the time. Oh, Brian just lost the connection. We were first weekenders. That means we go support it. We go support those opening weekend box office numbers. Really support the industry. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with it.
Okay. So we were first weekenders, and it's great. And you know what? I went away for the weekend, and this Hollywood having confidence in releasing. Now, let's be real. Hollywood's had a lot of problems, and part of it's been themselves. It's average movies. And here's the the usual suspects like to hate on everything. They're just average movies. They're not like dumpster fires. They're just not great. That's the problem. But if you build it, they will come. Like Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams.
Oh, yeah,
if you make a good movie, people are going to show up regardless.
So this is true. This is true.
Average
and they'll go back to watch it again.
Average films are still going to struggle. They're still going to struggle. But if it's new content, if it's not something we saw trailers from 2 years ago, that's the other problem. It's lost its relevance. People are like, even like I was all about Black Widow, but it was this is like fresh, new. That's coming out when it was supposed to, and that's the difference. So there were. I know we've covered this on Movie Talk, not just on my channel, but there have been studios that have delayed their projects again. And it was starting last week. You're going to see that stopping a little bit. They're going to do a wait and see until next weekend. They're going to wait and see what happens with Shang-Chi second weekend.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I hope they stick with it.
I just did a 5-hour stream.
Oh, wow.
Watch along for the AEW pay-per-view. Just like ended 5 minutes ago.
That's great.
Nice.
I got to catch one of those. I just got home like an hour and a half ago. So great job, Baron World Order.
You know what? It didn't feel hard or long at all because I was actually having fun.
That's great. That's the right type of content I like.
Mm-hmm.
So Carlos, this isn't what he thinks. This is what the usual suspects are trying to spin as their narrative. Shang-Chi, not a triumph. It is a triumph. It's still, listen, it's not my favorite MCU movie. I still really enjoyed the hell out of it, though, and I love this character, and I want to see more. And it did get me
to show that it's not all over. You know,
no.
People are still interested in watching movies.
And Will Wallace says, and this kind of did the impossible for me too, because Brian, I haven't really spoke to you about Eternals, but a lot of my friends just haven't really been feeling it yet. It kind of got me excited for Eternals because there could be no spoilers. There could be potential links. Of course, Marvel's going to try to link up their films. So there may be more than meets the eye to Shang-Chi and Eternals. We don't know yet. And I'm not spoiling anything there. But after you see it, Brian, you let me know if you think it's going to, directly feed into the Eternals or have anything to do with it.
Well, I'm looking forward to the Eternals just in general. I mean, like, I missed these movies. So, like, I'm still a fan. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then we still might get Spider-Man now. I hope Spider-Man keeps that date.
It does. The movie does have connections to Eternals, apparently.
Oh, well, no spoilers, Aaron, though, because we don't.
I don't know. Apparently, that's what I like. That's not confirmed. Yes, and yes. Shifty is saying Donaldson and Adam Cole did appear.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay. So Chubby says, Max, you helped many of our fans whom you made friends and brought the best of us encouraged to do something cool with our channels. You're like Aragorn of this YouTube thing. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
I can see that.
Let me catch up with the chat, and then we'll do one more article on Shang-Chi's box office because it's not just domestic; it's doing really great worldwide. The Morse creature was adorable. I want one. Yeah. Eternals is going to be masked. I don't know. I'm still not sure about that one. That might be the one where they, the usual suspects try to dunk on. Like, we told you, Eternals is flop. We don't know. We don't know.
Well, the good thing about
also
them being the usual suspects is that
A flop.
fewer and fewer people are taking them seriously.
Oh yes, they're losing. Yes, they're losing. It's you don't even have to. I enjoy, dunking on them because it's easy to do.
Oh yeah,
But you don't even really have to. They're doing it to themselves. People are like, okay, really, a flop, and doing Shang Chi hate videos when everyone likes it. You know how they say no one likes this shit. You know how they say that lie? Everyone's pretty much liking this across the board. I mean, I'll bring up the Rotten Tomatoes to see verified user reviews, and that's a good thing. Okay, Sarvesh Raj, Ganesh Raj. I can say it correctly, but I still have to go slow. He became a member today. I really appreciate it.
that's right.
I have yet to see Shang-Chi because I'm focusing on my exams. That's a good excuse. RJ!
What's up, RJ?
Are you ready? Are you guys all, now that we're all here, are you ready to watch Grace Randolph movie math for Shang-Chi?
Yeah, sure. Let's get into it.
Oh, well, we can't. We have to wait till tomorrow.
Oh.
I look forward to movie math. And I am going to do a separate video about the irrational hate towards. A lot of my friends are like this too. They all like to make fun of Grace. She is way more successful, way more relevant, and way more on the money than any of my movie talk full friends. I'm sorry. If you want to nitpick everything she says, look, if you nitpick everything Jarbo says, you're going to find some gold there too. Or everything I say, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about this irrational Grace hate? RJ.
Sometimes she does really stupid things and says really stupid things, but
you're friends with Jarbo, though, right?
Yes.
Can you say anything different about him?
Yes.
Oh, you can. He doesn't do stupid things. Okay, all right.
Well,
I love Jarbo.
No, I mean everyone does stupid things. And say it says stupid things. I mean, sometimes they're very egregious and so insane that it gets kind of annoying. But I mean, I don't hate her as a person.
No.
She has sometimes she does really good movie stuff. Sometimes not so much.
She is in my intro, and I have even more clips to add to the intro. I got to work on it tomorrow since I'm back early.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of stuff planned for the intro. Buku, the rings is the coolest weapon.
Yeah, are we talking spoilers now or no?
No, because Brian didn't see it yet.
Okay.
We might talk that on Jarbo's stream. Jarbo, I don't know if he's going to go later or not. I asked him to go later, but
yeah, no, it's funny because I actually was going to do a stream. I was going to do a stream tonight, and then it's like, oh, Max and Jarbo are streaming. Never mind.
I wasn't supposed to be back in town tomorrow, but we went up to the cottage with my mom. Everyone mocked us for wearing masks. We're like the only people because it's in the country. Everyone's like, "You're wearing masks," but I have to around her. Like we were wearing masks. We were wearing masks inside the cottage and like driving around. You ever see a fool? You're like, "What is that fool doing wearing a mask inside a car?" That was us. Not this mask. I wasn't wearing this mask.
You'd probably scare people if you were doing that.
Maybe I should.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea, Brian. That's actually a good idea.
But you know what? I still had a great time, but we did not get to go on the boat or swim in it. We got downpoured. We were. What's that, Aaron?
Maybe wearing mask that would scare a lot of people around, so we wouldn't be all close by each other and not get sick.
Yeah. Maybe I should. I should back off, mother effer. As a shirt with this mask on.
I will melt you.
Get socially distant quick. If you could read this, you're too close.
Get your social distancing on.
Oh, Matt Jarbo's here.
Hey,
what's up, guys?
Hey, it's a great day, Jarbo. I'm sorry I'm messing with your streams lately. It's not intentional. It's just I got back early.
Technically, you messed with my stream first, Max. Not Jarbo's, technically.
Who cares about art? No,
I kind of forgot. I forgot like RJ was gonna be like streaming, and that was like
no, it's fine. I'll just push it. I'll push it tomorrow.
You just got back in time just to watch the latest episode of Movie Math with Grace Randolph for Shang-Chi. Aren't you excited?
Oh my
He's gonna
God,
leave.
Max, you have no idea. I can finally orgasm. Thank you. Thank you.
No.
I've been waiting for
Well,
this moment my entire
talking
life.
about,
Beautiful.
We're not talking about me.
No, I've talked to you
No,
before on the phone. Believe me, it's dry as a rock.
Yeah, the only
I actually can't. She's
That's
not
not
releasing
bad,
it
never
till
mind.
tomorrow. She's waiting till Labor Day box office.
yeah,
So it's not out yet. So would you do? Bait people again?
We're
Yeah, of
getting
course.
clickbaited here.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Oh.
Max is all Max is the DM group. Like,
I'm a masturbator.
I'm all alone.
I am a
Yeah.
masturbator. I'm a
I feel
masturbator.
bad.
You're a
I rushed
masturbator?
home.
What?
Yes, I'm a masturbator.
well, at least he admits it.
I mean, not that kind. No, I'm talking about YouTube clickbait.
Wait, so does Max watch stuff like Tugrats?
What? What the hell is that? That
my
sounds
goodness.
awful. William
No,
Powell's
Max,
here.
Max, it's not awful. It's awesome.
I don't
you've
know.
never-
I'm thinking about Rugrats, and this is very disturbing.
You've never heard of Tugrats?
Oh
No.
no! Oh no!
Oh,
William,
man.
I
I
don't
have
know.
no
Oh, it's
idea
a it's
what
a
you're talking
no, it's a Rugrats parody, Max. It's a Rugrats
Why
parody.
would you watch that?
Rugrats parody.
Why would I watch
William,
what?
I
It's a
apologize.
Rugrats parody.
Matt Jarbo does not represent the thoughts and opinions of MME. I know I do not want to even hear about that. That is across the
Did you
line.
bring up the Doc and Marty one, Matt?
I don't know if Max has seen Doc and Marty.
I've heard about Christopher Lloyd.
No,
no, that's
No.
The very
Dave,
first
that's-
episode of Rick and Morty was
Yeah.
like the first animation of it. That's what we're talking about here. Max, you've not seen that?
No.
Hey,
You need to,
Max, this isn't really movie talk, but I wanted to ask William something since he's on the panel. Is that okay?
Sure.
What'd you think of the pay-per-view, man?
I just finished watching it. It was great.
Hey, Sean A. Yeah.
That had you got your money's worth if you either were
One of the
interested or
greatest
watched that.
endings to a pay-per-view I've ever seen in my entire life.
And it wasn't even done. Just when you thought it was done, somebody else came out.
Brian,
And
I got to
last
get
two
watch
people that come
wrestling
out,
again.
they did that first week.
I haven't.
They're all taught. Is this AEW or WWE?
Yeah,
they're
it's
talking about?
AEW.
Everyone keeps talking about this AEW.
I haven't watched it.
This pay-per-view is honestly one of the greatest wrestling pay-per-views in like the last 5 to 10 years, honestly.
Yeah, it might be their best
Oh.
top to bottom one.
Right now-
the Lucha Brothers Young Bucks match was mind blowing.
One of the that's amazing.
Will Wallace has a great question. I have a great answer. Just happy all those channels that we're hitting on are not going to have to eat their words. They're not. They're just going to move on to something else.
What did you see? Well, I'm gonna cover
not. They're gonna-
I'm
they're
gonna cover Nerdrotic's review tomorrow on
Oh,
my
really?
own stream, but it's so blatantly wrong and full of false information and lies. Even the comment section's like, "Dude, what the hell's your problem?" Like even people are like, "You're being way too harsh on this movie, and you're being pathetic." There's a lot of comments I was seeing on his video.
This is something I don't understand, guys. I really want to get the panel before we get to more box office results. You guys think Dune will get a sequel? I'm worried that it might not. But why are reviews coming out already? Isn't this not till November?
Because they screened it at the Venice Film Festival.
Yeah.
Oh.
Venice.
It's gonna get
Okay.
a sequel. I think they already said they're planning on the sequel anyway, because this is like a part 1 apparently.
Well, I heard spoiler warning. If you want to know nothing, I heard that it kind of like abrupt. It just ends.
Yeah, it ends
Yeah.
on the cliffhanger.
And if you really want to see the sequel, and I don't think they've even. I don't even know if he wrote it yet. I don't know if he's pre-production or nothing yet. I really don't think they're gonna. I don't know, Jarbo and William and Brian and RJ and Aaron. Do you think they're going to go straight into pre-production right after it releases, or do you think they're not even
Here's the
planning
thing.
it?
If it's determined on box office, then no. But I think the prestige, if this movie does well at the awards season, that's going to be prestige for them. I think they may. I thought that Jarbo said something about a week or so ago that they should have filmed them back to back
Yeah.
and really eliminated this question.
Well,
but I think it's going to bomb. I actually think it's going to bomb.
I don't think it's
going to.
Well,
hold on, I got distracted. Are we talking about Eternals again?
No,
Dune.
Dune. You said that they should have shot.
It's gonna.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna hit
Oh,
hard,
yeah.
dude.
Dune is gonna flop Like,
well, here's the
Oh,
question.
really?
hardcore.
Well, here's the real question. Everyone here
It's
is
on
in
HBO
agreement that-
Max.
yeah, everyone here is in agreement that's not going to do that well at the box office. But again, with that question out of the way, we all kind of assume the same answer. Will they still make sequels to this? Will they continue the story?
Well, it's Warner
theatrically?
Brothers. If they don't make a sequel to the Zack Snyder's Justice League and Dune, people are gonna flip out.
But literally, what the reviews are describing is that this movie ends in a way where it's like they have to make the sequel, or else the story's incomplete.
So did Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I know, but you know,
Well,
it's
no,
more
no.
prestigious.
Well,
They're
the
trying to
thing
get
is-
more Oscars out of this.
With
you
the
know?
Snyder Cut, though, with the Snyder Cut, they chose to finish it and then go a different direction.
Yeah,
That is different than
Okay,
cutting it
that's
cutting it
true.
in half.
That's true.
So
That's-
it is apples and oranges. Oranges.
Well, maybe the
Matt
sequel for
Jarbo-
Doom
Decision now,
Dune
because
will be like a
makes-
straight to streaming instead.
Yeah.
No, it's too expensive to go straight to streaming. They have to
Right.
go theatrical.
By the time that this is even a decision, who's going to be making that decision though? The current regime or the next regime? Because that
maybe they'll
that
go
might
to
be-
series. Maybe they'll go to series instead. I don't know.
No, I
Me
think
too.
they'll blow their wad and go theatrical. But will it be
Okay.
Warner Discovery making the decision, or will it be the current regime?
I don't know.
Are they
I-
waiting? Are they waiting for that transition? I mean,
I think they are. They wait
just-
too much. They're waiting. on box
But
office.
again, this is legendary. They're the ones who are predominantly
yes.
financing it, and they're the ones
That's
that are
true.
overseeing the production. Warner's will just come in and offer up money if necessary. They become a partner.
I
All
thought
Warner's
Legendary was funding it. I thought Legendary. was-
Legendary is it, well, I mean, Warner's would co-finance it, obviously, but Legendary. The problem is you have to look at Legendary. Legendary is being floated around right now for a sale. So it's because the Wanda Group owns them, bought them a couple years ago for about $3 billion, and they're currently floating around the idea of selling them. So that's the problem. If they go to sell, whoever picks it up is going to then have to decide if they want to put the money in for Dune, not Warner's. Like, we need to remember that a lot of this stuff comes in through production partners, like third-party companies. So there's a lot of financiers that come in from different areas. So it's not all just Warner's.
Who
just
distributes
saying.
it though? Once they
The distribution is Warner's, so they do have a say, but ultimately Legendary is probably putting up the vast majority of the cash.
If they lose their distribution
75%.
agreement with Warner Brothers, that could have some impact on it.
yeah,
if they
because
go
if there's no
forward with the
distributor,
sequel.
wouldn't they would have to push
Right.
it. I mean,
They'd have to find a new one. So if Warner Bros. Like, we're not gonna, focus on this, that could cause new lines.
Well,
to
it is
second guess.
well. No, it's not that. Also, what I think is going on here is that while Legendary is producing it, they got the rights from Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers also did the 1987 movie. So they distributed that as well. So I think that Warner Brothers might have the rights to the Herbert novels. However, this adaptation is being handled by Legendary, being co-financed and handled by Legendary. It's all mixed. The whole gamut. The whole game is crazy when you start trying to follow the money as to who has the most control. It's just look at the exec producers. Those are the people that have the control right now, and then whoever they report to is going to be the ones that have the control down the road.
All right. Well, I have a really important question for you, Matt. Did Carlos find another hidden gem photo of you, or is this some other guy that looks like you in a Yoshi costume? I can't tell.
Hold
No,
on.
that's not.
That's
not
DSP.
Matt. That's Dark Side Phil.
That's
Philip
Darkside
Burnell.
Phil. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Actually, it's funny. Carlos keeps calling me a DSP detractor, and I don't know why.
I don't even know who Darkside Phil is.
How do you not know? He's the guy who masturbated on stream.
That to be
That's
fair,
the reason I don't
to
know.
be fair,
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
actually a
we
fair
will
amount of
know that.
people.
I don't know. And Sean A, I'm going to get
okay,
to your
not to
super
know, I guess.
TW McKay. Yes.
I mean,
It
we
was-
straight grossed out William last night. So
Oh my goodness.
He was.
then
I
I-
was dying. He was like. He refused to
Not
look at the
seen
screen.
enough.
It was so funny.
And then my first 2 seconds onto this stream, you guys are talking about the tugging.
I know, William, you have bad timing. I'm sorry, man. I want you back. I invite you to hear talk about movie talk, and then Jarbo pops in. and-
I had to watch.
don't blame me.
I'm
To
just
be
kidding,
fair,
I'm
Max,
just
you clickbaited all of us. We started talking about the box office of Shang Chi.
I am talking about the box office.
Video. We don't have the
Grace
Grace
is in my
video.
intro, and I was planning to do that, and I set it up, and then I was like, "Oh, she didn't make it," and I just kept it.
139 million, eh?
I'm
Oh,
a
is that
jester. Oh well. I'll
yeah,
take
that
it.
does seem relatively accurate. I would agree with that one right there. Yeah.
Panel.
It's a fair
do you agree
statement.
with Carlos? I'm a jester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah.
So wait, hold on. If
Jarbo.
Matt Jarbo is the Brian Griffin of YouTube, what does that make Max? The Peter?
No.
This is a rough room.
No.
No,
He's the
William,
Max.
this is-
Max would be the greased up deaf guy.
Chris.
You're never
What the
gonna get
hell?
me.
greased up. What the hell,
You
William?
never-
Yeah.
This is I can't. Thank you for being so nice on my show. This is what my friends do. They think it's the Roast Max show. It's called MME Live.
I'm
It's,
well aware. It-
yeah.
It's not. Trust me, I understand.
Max and John Campy backstage. I have to find your super chat, Aaron. I appreciate it. Where is it? Oh, here it is.
Hey, so
Oh,
Shang-Chi
he's paid $5 to.
Come
Boulder
on,
at
Sean.
Oh
Well,
my god.
I like Sean, but he is not a fan of Jarbo. He's told me he's.
Wait, hold on. Let me see this here. I didn't see it.
He paid me $5 to throw a boulder
Ah.
at you, collecting more.
Wait, didn't you weren't you following me for a while? And then I don't know. I thought you used to sub to
Well,
me or something like that. I don't know.
Sean, this is what I will say about Matt Jarbo. If you remove the flagging thing that everyone has a problem with, that wasn't really that they didn't really affect you personally. What is your other problem with him? Because his hot takes are pretty good. So I really don't understand. Besides
I know
all that,
William might disagree with that. He has
Nah,
the Jarbo
there's-
wrong. I mean,
there's a difference between disagreeing with somebody and not respecting their point of view.
okay.
I'm
Well,
never
to
called
be
anybody-
fair, I'm pretty sure
But
I know
thanks
what
for the
Sean
support,
might say.
Sean A. Thanks a lot. If you
But,
want to talk about boulders and Matt Jarbo, it's okay if you pay. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate the support, Sean A. Maybe one day, maybe just one day, you'll see how great Matt Jarbo is. Maybe.
I'm never going to insult somebody over a disagreement or something like that, or never call anybody out of their name. That to me, it's not fun when that happens.
Well, he's not been collecting them. He's been blobbing boulders. That's what I say. Matt Jarbo threw another boulder at the Friday Night Lights again, or he's lobbing them. I don't know. Hashtag soy-filled what?
I
know.
don't even know the history of the boulders. So
well, hold on. Carlos here is saying that Max is Roger the alien from American Dad.
Damn.
I'll take that. I like that.
Hey, so Shang-Chi pulled in its budget, its production budget. It looks like.
Yeah, no, it did. It did surprisingly well, honestly. I remember a couple weeks ago we were saying, "Oh, it's probably gonna make 50 to 55, almost double that."
And given the circumstances, that's phenomenal. Given the fact that we're with the conditions, obviously we've gone ad nauseum what's going on around all this.
Hey, Zentek.
That number is great. Now, how much will it eventually wrap up with? Depending on who calls wins and losses, because everybody's got different standards for what a movie makes. But to make your budget back means you're not gonna you're gonna do fine. I mean,
do you think that this is something that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about, but do you think that this is two questions really. One, does this box office success mean that they're going to probably fight harder to get a Chinese release date faster? Do you think it's going to open in China pretty soon? Or do you think it's still going to be a hurdle for them?
If it's a worldwide success, that's going to put pressure on the Chinese, to want to bring it, though, right? Don't you think?
They do what they want. I mean,
they do what they want. But if it's so popular and getting great reviews, that won't have any sway at all for them. But yeah, we might want to put it in anyway.
I've never been able to figure out they generally do what they want, and sometimes they don't put movies in China for reasons that I cannot believe that they do. So,
isn't there some story that apparently now China's going to ban feminine-looking men in all entertainment?
Well, that was something I was also just reading a thing too, where China is going to make it to where if you are a Western entertainer, you cannot come into Chinese media.
Oh wow!
And so China is going full on isolationist.
Wow.
But why?
They're going. This is everything to do. Okay, so it's kind of it's weird. They not only did they announce that they are trying to ban effeminate men on television, they're also limiting the amount of time that people under the age of 18 can spend gaming. So meaning they want them to focus more on their education. So so you can tell here. So they don't want effeminate men on TV. Therefore, they don't want to influence anyone into feeling that being effeminate's okay. So, i.e., a lot of oppression. They want to keep people educated and working and focus on the goal of whatever that education might be. It's going to eventually end up being for the state.
Yeah.
And then if they're trying to also make sure that Western influences cannot come into the country anymore, that would then do well to silence any outside opinion or any kind of dissenting opinion. and shut that down because people then would not go and look at who these people are outside of their country. They are going isolationist. They are doing this simply because they have 1.4 billion people. They also, by the way, just announced the other week that they are going to be allowing families to now have 3 children when before it was only 2. Which, what does that tell you? That they are pushing for a generational increase of population. Why?
Market share.
Because they need boots on the ground. China has been buying up massive properties in Eastern Africa for over a decade. They have been increasingly buying places in this country. They've been buying places in Australia. They are being unchallenged across the world because they maintain the mass
Belt and
distribution
Road Initiative or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they do so much.
That'll be Ramara Goodzig.
Well, they're building infrastructure in other countries all over the damn place. So it's like, it's pretty nuts, dude. I don't know.
If you pay attention if you pay attention to China, it is not hard to tell what exactly is happening. And that is that they are looking to more or less take over.
Well, I have to go through these topics a little bit faster because you're starting in 15 minutes or 12 minutes.
I just want to ask one last quick question in regards to
because I have some good topics up. I'll leave them up for Jarbos too. Go ahead, RJ.
Yeah, just one last quick question. Due to this box office success, do you think that this is just an anomaly that only Marvel movies can make money like this, or you think that something else coming down the pipeline that's not a Marvel movie can make numbers like this?
Released now and being, I don't think it's different circumstances for different. Like we were saying, No Time to Die is going to have to do this well just to even.
It can't be an average
movie. You think
movie.
something maybe like Venom 2 can make decent? Like this is emboldened Sony to think it can make decent amounts of money next month.
It can't be an average movie or a holdover movie that's been held for so long from the pandemic. Although Venom 2 is a kind of a holdover movie, but
when Top Gun comes out, it will make money. I think Top Gun would be hurt if it were released now.
It has to be above average. That's what I keep saying. Just like all the guys on MME above average.
Tough, man. That's a tough question. I say it's an anomaly.
I think what's going to happen is that Hollywood is going to keep funneling money into these projects that are kind of doomed for failure as a way of keeping up with the Joneses to kind of show everyone, no, guys, things are okay. Things are okay. We're okay. And they're going to do this for quite some period of time in order to make sure that they can build up their streaming library and then go from there. 10 years from now, the only movies we're going to see in theaters are probably going to end up being like big tentpole, large budget films that will easily make their money back. And I don't know, like other kind of event type situations. But I don't see most theaters surviving the next 10 years, as tragic as that is.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is an amazing global box office without China. Isn't that great? 140 million.
No, this is good. This is good for the theaters. They needed this shot in the arm, and hopefully, I think Shang Chi will hold very well in the weeks to follow. Because again, there's not much competition the rest of the month. So
now, Sean A., I am going to highlight because you're a paying customer, but I will get before Jarbo says anything to this. I will say this: Matt Jarbo is a genuine person. He responded to my Twitter DM before he even knew me. He came on my stream when he had the most heat on him. Just to talk movies. He is here for movie fans. He makes movie talk better. And all this other stuff, Ethan Ralph, Mr. Medicare, I don't know what PPP is now. I don't know.
Oh, People's Populist Press. He's a Canadian YouTuber who's a bit of a troll. Troll.
Anyone that knows me and Matt's friendship, he is not using me. If anything, I might be using him. I'm not though, because I go on his channel and a lot of viewers come on mine. But he really, he lets people on that have way lower subs. He's not using anyone. We're just here for movie talk, and it's more interesting with Matt Jarbo around. And that's honestly why we're friends. Is he didn't do the typical YouTube beef bullshit. Even though I love Grace Randolph, she doesn't respond to shit. And he did come on when it was most volatile for him. He did come on my show, just like, sure, I'd love to talk about movies, And we were, he's not right away, but he responded within a day, just a genuine request. That's why he's here, and that's why we're friends. So, but he's not pandering to this. Most of the people here are already, came from Matt or Enosh. Or something, or Brian. Me and Brian road for a long time. So
Here's the thing, Sean. Like me, don't like me. I don't really care.
he's not
Just-
using you know.
Just
I
keep
asked him to
giving
come
Max your money. I want you to give Max all of your money. I want at least 4 more super chats
No.
of $10 or higher tonight to prove your loyalty to MMA.
No,
I want
no,
you
no,
to
you
come
don't have
on
to
in
do it.
here and just make it rain cash like Max is a stripper in the back room of a Vegas club.
No
I
one
want
wants
you
to
just
see
to
that.
shower
No
it
way.
all over him like the Ghostbusters did to Lady Liberty and Ghostbusters 2. Just come in and fire money like
I
this
do
is going to
want-
get him pregnant.
I do
That's
want
what I want
Sean
you to do.
A on the
Just get-
channel again. I liked our talk. When it wasn't about you, I loved our talk though. No, you don't have to do that, Sean. But I don't. I'm not going to keep saying I like him and you don't. We're just going to disagree. But I would love to have you on the show again about movie talk.
I'm just saying, come on in here and let Max get you pregnant. All right. Like, that's all you got to do.
I can't get anyone pregnant. Real
Just
moment.
go behind an Arby's, make it happen.
I have no children. Real moment.
But why Arby's?
Why, dude? You ever had the
What?
Arby's sauce?
I'm
It's
thinking
amazing.
Arby's. Oh wait, ooh.
I worked there
Alright.
for a year and a half.
Have more
okay?
self-respect for yourself. Do it somewhere nice.
Jaylit Productions. Something
Freshly
just
sliced.
so want collab with Max and Matt. Yeah, I'm up for it. And Sean. Wipe a China.
All right. So if you want to bring up real quick, 'cause I'm going to dip out so I can go
Okay.
finish up getting ready. This is look for this thumbnail. If you guys
Okay.
want to come over, we're going to be talking about
Oh boy.
about Doomcock and the white culture.
Oh,
Well, I
boy.
just-
Oh, dude, that video, man.
gotta watch
Enosh
Enosh's
and Johnny did a
video.
great
Yeah,
job.
I was
breaking that down.
I was watching a part of that tonight, but that's what got me thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I haven't done a response stream in a while, and it's Sunday, and there's not much else going on. And quite frankly, you know what? It's I'll tell you this. They're live right now over on his channel. Like about
do have-
1,000 people are live,
Oh.
and I tuned in for a hot second to find the video, and I listened to Mexican Iron Man guy go unabated saying that Disney is buying the tickets for Shang Chi. That
Lord.
they're
have
putting the
to
butts in
admit-
seats.
I have to admit, I did some
I
of this
mind
bullshit
tomorrow.
too. I did some of this bullshit too when I was in that type of talking points, and that's when I stopped. When I did a few videos on free and box office and Disney, Disney manipulating thing, and that's when I stopped. And I'm so glad I stopped. It's really,
Crazy.
But I have to give it up to Lunga. He did predict. He did a good prediction. I can't remember if you said 90 or 80. I think you were right there. You're pretty close. Yes, you're good at predicting. You are. All right. Why the Jarbo praise? Goldman.
Because I'm awesome, Goldman. I'm the amazing Matt Jarbo. This is known.
Someone needs to put the what?
There's feedback coming in through somebody right now. So,
Okay.
but all right, I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna go get my stuff
right.
ready.
Sure.
So,
And then I'm gonna head over. Can we do a little bit of spoiler talk towards the end of the show, or no? For Shang-Chi.
I'd rather keep that on a separate thing,
Oh,
just
okay,
because,
all
I don't want this. It's a holiday
Well,
night.
I am doing a spoiler discussion of Shang-Chi on my channel tomorrow night, Max, if you want to come on. So,
I'll
Okay.
be watching it tomorrow, so
yeah,
Yeah.
and Brian, you're welcome too. So,
Well, I'm gonna be on because
you'll get my fresh take.
All right,
All right.
sure, Matt. And then we're going to cover some more movie topics rapid here. None of that distracting Matt Jarbo, William. We're going to get your great takes on movie topics because I had some interesting stories up here. All right, let's bring this up first. This is from Geekosity. And I think it's especially considering if it continues on this this level with the box office for Shang-Chi, I think they might want to do this. Shang-Chi to spin off Avengers like Asian super team. I don't
He really
know.
wants to get people triggered, doesn't he?
Written by Edwin. Now I have to see who wrote the article and Mikey Sutton. So he wrote this too. The Shang-Chi franchise opens the door to Avengers like super team. The original Agents of Atlas was created in 1978. They were originally retconned in Avengers Forever. They returned in Agents of Atlas in 2006 for one last mission. However, the remaining members of the team, Jimmy Woo, built another one. I have to research this. I don't know anything about it. Here's the team it's comprised of. I may get these names wrong. Li Ling, a Chinese heroine with wind-based powers. Cool. Amadeus Cho, a Korean American super genius, former Hulk. Dan
She's
B,
MCU already.
a Southern heroine, Korean heroine with her magical bear. sorry, I don't know about this stuff. I honestly don't know. Sol Hee, Luna Snow, a South Korean K-pop with ice-based powers. Cindy Moon Silk. Okay.
Everyone knows Cindy Moon.
Yeah. Lin Lai, Swordmaster, Chinese mystical sword wielding hero. Pearl Pangan Wave, a Filipina water manipulator. And Amy Han, White Fox, a South Korean super spy. Do you think they would go this? Does this seem? What do you think of Mikey Sutton's article here? Do you want to see that? Do you think that's probably where they'll go with Kevin Feige?
Well, they love doing team ups, right? I mean, they love doing team ups. I think it's something they might introduce those characters in the future. You know?
Yeah, I don't think it's on.
I don't think it's on the.
I don't think it's on the table right now. I think Shang-Chi, if you saw what's happening in the movie, I think there's more of a. You're gonna use Shang-Chi for different reasons than this.
And
right
Katie,
now.
They can use them on multiple fronts, though. Is the thing.
Katie has to be in it now too from the movie. No spoilers, but I like Awkwafina. I'm so sick of people saying they don't.
You know
like
what?
her.
I didn't.
She's getting better as an actress.
She was fine in this movie. Like when she was herself a little bit, but was toned down a bit. She's fine in this movie.
Where's Jeremy's not here? North Star, you're just being silly. I would know if Jeremy was here.
We just go after Jarbro on the screen.
Well, I mean, I can't. People are going to go after. He takes it well, whatever. What about you, Brian? RJ? Well, you're still up in the air, Brian, because you got to see it tomorrow, right?
I still have yet to see it, but I will see it first thing tomorrow. So.
But wait, talking about MCU, what are the usual suspects going to do if they do an Asian super team up?
Oh, they're going to do their usual thing. It's to the point now where it's like, hey, they're going to rant and rave about it until it runs out of steam.
They're erasing our white heritage.
Does it have the possibility of being slightly cringe? This is a genuine question. If they say we're only going to have Asian superheroes in this team.
No, because Shang-Chi was there's not a single white guy in Shang-Chi. So, and did that look awkward at all? No, it fit.
No, but there was
when the villain.
It was more isolated to his story. What about you?
I'm sorry.
What about you, William? If they try this in the MCU, does it have to be a really good plot reason they have only the Asian superstars?
It feels genuine, like these characters are uniting in a way.
If it's coming from an Asian culture, it would be reasonable for you to have the Asians around, just like when you're telling a story of a mythical place in Africa, that you're going to have 85%, African American or black,
Yeah, you're gonna have Martin Freeman and
Freeman.
People are. But no, I don't think it'll affect it either way. I think the success will be if it's tied into something. If it's tied into the phases, then it's going to do well. If it's not, then it won't. That's to me, that's the determiner for Shang-Chi doing well. Whether it was a good movie or not, really to me, that's not why it made the money it made. That it's not saying it's a bad movie because I haven't seen it. But you take some of these movies out of the MCU phase parts, then you're talking about movies that probably don't do that much. Captain Marvel is one of them. You take Captain Marvel and make it a solitary movie that's not based in the Infinity Saga, then you're talking about probably a movie that makes a third of that. So really the only thing that would determine is if it's in the Marvel narrative. If it's in the MCU narrative, then it's going to be successful, even if it's 90% Asian. If it's not in the MCU narrative, it's not going to make any money and it won't matter.
Well, here's another geekosity. This is about one of the ones that was in the team up. And there's I have to see if he wrote this too. Let's see. Written by Mikey Sutton. Yeah, I gotta have him on.
Yeah,
I gotta have Mikey Sutton on for an exclusive about this Asian team up.
Well, Wave was a newer character, right?
Okay.
The idea, because I read this article a few days ago, and the Philippines is a major market for Marvel movies, right? I mean, Haley Steinfeld is part Filipina, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a predominant race, but she is part Filipina. The Filipino
community
enjoys Marvel movies.
Hello.
Yeah, that's Kate. That's Kate Valdez.
My interest is piqued.
Right.
I'm listening.
Well, it just makes sense, as these movies keep coming out, you got to expand your demographics for who's going to be watching them. You want people to be represented on screen, they're going to go to these lesser known
Well,
characters.
I don't know about this character. She looks awesome, though. I don't know about her. I want to research this character.
She's an ocean-based character.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting some Avatar vibes here, but or the last
apparently
Airbender.
Mikey Sutton started a hashtag, Kate for Wave. I got to use that hashtag. I'm going to look into that. And I'm sorry to go through the topic so quick, but because Jarbo is going soon. Zito, but you all up for that? Your interest is piqued? Aaron, RJ. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say you have Disney Plus, right? So they're expanding. They can expand even faster than normal because of Disney Plus.
That's probably not gonna be a movie.
Well, what do you think about this news and what Mikey Sutton's trying to do? Get this character in live action. You want to see this? Or do you know anything about this character, William?
What's that?
Do you know anything about this character, Wave?
Very little. It's a relatively new character.
Okay. Or are you interested to see a live action debut?
Not really.
No. Okay. I mean that we have all different opinions here. Not really. You're not sold on it yet. Okay.
No,
I'm not a big fan of secondary.
The thing is, Max, she's relatively new. She's relatively new. You got to give her some more time than like a year before you could do something with a character like this.
Yeah. All right.
Well, the other thing about it is that I like Matt said, I don't see a lot as far as theater goes, like seeing more and more movies in the theaters as far as comic book movies are related. We're going to get more high quality streaming situations. So I think that kind of opens things up a lot. Especially since like with the success of the last 3 live action shows that Marvel's put out. I mean, I think sky's the limit. So I mean, eventually we'll be able to see characters like this on maybe not like right away, but down the road a little ways.
Yeah.
So I mean,
the liability is reduced.
I'm more excited for the fresher characters that I don't know about. That gets me excited.
We haven't had Miles Morales, a live action Miles Morales in the MCU. We haven't had. We're getting Kamala Khan, who's a couple years, right? Miles Morales has been around like 5-6 years now.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with Sony, right? Like, I'm sure with that, if that ever gets hammered out,
I just don't see them making introducing a character who's only been around for like 1 or 2 years, like that right away.
Oh, Chubby Teddy. I gotta get that. I know Zeno's and Zeno's a big fan of Aliens too. But the Nintendo DS, I gotta get that because I'm a huge fan of Way Forward, the people that have made, and I'm interested in Alien Infestation, or not. I'm sorry, not Infestation. The new Alien that Zeno keeps talking about. What it's called?
Isolation. Is that the one that's on? I know there's one on Game Pass that I
there is
for a little bit. Yeah,
I think that's an older one, but there's a new one that just came out. It's like Back for Blood with a group team. All right, now this next one, I wish Saggy was here because this talks about Batman Beyond, and for better or for worse, they're going woke. I mean, it depends on what you consider woke. Like,
she got to go meet Ray Fisher today, man. That's cool.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she went to the convention in Boston there.
Now, I personally don't care too much about race bending, but according to Mikey Sutton, they won an Actor of Color for Michael Keaton's live-action Batman Beyond. So I know Saggy is a huge fan of Batman Beyond, and this is what she wants. So I really wanted to get her take. We got to recommend this to Saggy. So if you viewers can retweet this to Saggy for her video coming up this week. She may be busy tonight. Yeah. I want her take on this.
I was going to say this makes sense because, Terry McGinnis has always been kind of coded as an Asian American character in a way. Like a lot of people like associated with him with being an Asian character. So I could see them casting an Asian actor to play him, so.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them casting any person, any type of ethnic group.
But how do you explain the last name though? McGinnis is like kind of like.
Let me hear
what you could be Asian. You could be of Asian descent and marry somebody in the middle.
You have to explain that. Yeah.
His race is not so much a part of his character, in my opinion, that it would make a difference in the story narrative.
No, it wouldn't. No.
Now, if his race was a part of his story narrative, the spine of his story, then you couldn't do that. But
was his girlfriend kind of like Asian too? Kind of like Asian like too in the show, drawn like that a bit.
It's been a while since I watched it. I have to go back and
Oh,
look.
Fireteam Elite is the one.
I forget her name.
I'm
She's
up
love
for
interest.
it. I'm up for it. I think if they are actually going to do it too, because that's the other thing. Are they actually going to do with Michael Keaton Batman Beyond? Yes. Reyes says, that sounds cool. I'm curious how the Batwing character and Batwoman is working. I haven't heard anything since the costume reveal. Yeah.
Because nobody's watching Batwoman.
Well, I got to catch up. I tried to get through season 1. I got to episode 8. I got to finish.
Nobody's watching Batwoman. They still
I
keep
am.
greening that show.
They need to blow up the CW and start.
Dude.
Out, bro.
That is really cool. Okay, so Simu Liu threw out the first pitch at the Giants game and did a backflip on the mound.
Yeah, and it was a
Is
really
there a
good
video of
first pitch,
this?
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm watching it on Twitter. Oh, that is cool. I follow the Giants, so that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Go Giants!
Anthony says her name is Dana Tan.
First
Okay.
place in the West.
Now, here's the one I'm like,
So that's- yeah.
I don't
Don't
know.
ask.
You also you tell me if this is a fake image or not, because I'm not sure this is real. This looks like it could be manipulated to me, and I don't. If it is real, I'm not necessarily on board. I'm not going to hate on Aquaman 2, but I'm going to show this to you. I don't know if this is real.
Oh, the black uniform?
Yeah,
No, it's
real.
real. It's real. He posted on Instagram. It's real.
I don't know if I like that.
It's a stealth
You're
suit.
Bridget Regan.
Stealth
Like,
suit.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not the main suit of the movie. It's a new The reason they showed you this is because they're going to be filming outdoors, so they want to show you the official photo before it leaks. When they
Okay,
go start
that's
shooting
smart then.
in
I hope he doesn't wear. I hope he wears it for the mission because
yeah,
I
because
like.
you see
Yeah,
the
he
normal
wears the
costume
same
there.
outfit.
It's
That's
a stealth suit.
But I really like that about the original Aquaman that they went bold with the Kellers. With the. Don't you like
Well,
that?
they said
original?
that. Well, they said that this stealth suit's gonna have like camouflage abilities, right? So it's probably like there for a story reason.
If
So I don't
there's
think
a
he's gonna be
story
wearing a
reason,
majority of the movie.
okay, all right.
I like the fact that this is going to be a much more darker tone movie than the Saturday morning cartoon thing that he did. James Wan says this is the movie he wants to make. So, which is going to be weird because the whole Snyderverse got driven off of a cliff because it was too dark a tone, and now here we got a Batman movie coming out in a year that is described as a horror movie, which I can't wait for, and we have a horror movie director directing Aquaman in the manner that he directs the majority of his movies. So it's kind of weird, but we ended up here full circle no matter what.
Mhm.
We're going to get the type of tone movies that we enjoy.
I have the last. I'm sorry to go through these topics so fast, but we have the last one, and I'm going to head over to Jarbo stream. We're actually getting done at an hour. Oh, and I got to show this first. All
Oh
right,
yeah.
make it.
Yeah, hold on.
This is great.
When you get a ceremonial first pitch in and a backflip, you're winning. This is Simu Liu, star of Marvel Studios' Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
That's
only
so
in
cool.
theaters now.
He's not Brie Larson. I mean, I like Brie
First
Larson
pitch
too, but
strike,
they're just trying to make.
And then a 10-point landing.
Yeah, he threw a good pitch too. Awesome, Simu Liu.
Whatever. Should have been wearing a Dodgers jersey.
They lost today, 6-4.
I got screwed on that strike zone just like Friday night.
All right, here's the last.
Brian, they didn't walk out. The concessions one. Weren't they playing to walk out?
I don't know.
The concessions. People working concessions are playing to walk out at Oracle Park. Is that true?
Oh, I didn't know that. I have to look.
Disney reportedly has 3 weeks to decide. Yeah, they bet that's a big decision for them because, like, if they release that in a depressed market, they could take a hit.
Yeah, well, here's the problem though. Like, I know they only have this doesn't only have like 3 weeks to decide, but like the world could be in a much different place by November, better or worse, right?
Yeah, and
You don't know.
That's a good point. That is a real good point.
Ooh, I'll watch Batwoman now because Bridget Regan is gonna be Ivy in season 3.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a really good actress. That's probably going to be in a very badly written show. It's very disappointing.
Really
I'm happy for her, But no, seriously, like in regards to this, it's like they only have 3 weeks to decide. And again, I don't. Either way, they could get screwed over because again, you don't know what the world's going to be like in November. Like it changes so rapidly. Like
Well,
I still
Zeno-
think it's going to be a last minute decision no matter what.
Well, Zeno, maybe did you see Shang-Chi yet? Maybe you'll care more about Shang-Chi after you see Eternals after Shang-Chi, I mean. Yes, it can't. Right, Shifty Gizm. It can. It really can have a big impact, unlike WandaVision.
WandaVision had a big impact for character development.
Yeah, I
like
know,
the
but
future of
not as
certain
much as
characters.
people thought, though. But I think it may have a bigger impact than WandaVision is maybe what I should say.
Well, yeah,
And
the
then-
Celestials. So it's,
Yeah. Well, Zeno has this comment. Did you all talk about Dune is getting mediocre reviews because it's only 2 acts?
Well, what's your definition of mediocre, though? Because I'll pull up the Rotten Tomatoes. I'll look at it real quick.
It's gotten some mediocre ones, but when I read those reviews, it looks like people that didn't connect to the IP, and that's a problem that's inherent with this movie that it's going to have. It is a higher end.
I really hope it does
IP.
good.
You know, I think I'll like it because I like the director's work. But this isn't like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, where a lot of people connect.
85% is not mediocre.
Huh?
Well, I'm looking at the Rotten Tomatoes page. It's at 85%.
Yeah, but some of the reviews that have brought it down to 85.
Is this a real thing, Chubby Teddy? Yeah. Cocaine Cowboys.
Look at RJ. Look at some of Cocaine Cowboys is great.
Really?
That movie's awesome.
Yeah, look at
it's
some
about
of the
like the
that
Miami scene, the first one. That's nuts, man.
Yeah, and the same guy who does the theme music for Miami Vice, Jan Hammer, does the theme music for Cocaine Cowboys, which is great.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, what's that on? I'm gonna watch that one when I get off here.
You can watch it on Net. I think it's on Netflix. I think it's on HBO. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube, pretty much. It's broken up into parts.
I like the second one too. That one's pretty good.
But some of those reviews that brought it down to 85% are kind of like
snooze. Carlos is saying snooze turnals. Okay. We'll see.
It definitely looks like a more dramatic, slower paced, more methodical kind of movie, right? It looks like very much a Chloe Zhao movie in the Marvel
from the trailers.
Yeah.
Well, what do we? They're still undecided about Eternals. They wanted to see Shang Chi. Do you think it's going to be day and date on the VOD?
Well, I think this is going to embolden them to want to keep the theatrical release, but again, you don't know what the world's going to be like in even like 3 weeks from now, right? So it's
I think people are ready. People are, if it's a good movie, people are going to show up. If it's above average, if it's average, they're not going. It's going to bomb.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like I was saying last night, these movies can have these big giant openings, but depending on how much you're looking to make, can you take that COVID fall off? I mean, none of these movies are making what they really would have made if none of this was happening. Mm-hmm. So this is why their decision making comes in. It is still a depressed market, no matter how good certain movies are doing. This is still a depressed market. Can they tie this to the Marvel narrative to the point where it can ride those coattails like some of these other movies can? If they can do that, then release it now because it's riding the Marvel wave. But if they can't connect it to the point where people identify it with everything else, because it is a big different movie with a lot of different stuff we've ever seen, then they may want to make the decision to day in, day in. It just all depends on how much they can connect this and ride that wave. Because like I said, outside of the Marvel narrative, there's like 8 or 9 Marvel movies that probably don't make spectacular money. They make good money, but they don't make spectacular money, and they want spectacular money.
Degrassi Noel says Warner's already written Dune off. Pretty sure production is suspended on the HBO Max spinoff series again. I didn't know about that. I'll have to look into that, Degrassi. Thanks for giving a heads up on that. We'll look into that.
Been greenlit in the first place, but hey,
They should have done a sequel instead of a spinoff series. This is an epidemic of the Hollywood machine too. Spinoff series before you could finish the story.
Peacekeeper. That's just bad management. That's just having the wrong personnel running your company.
Yeah.
The wrong personnel are running Warner's film division, and that's why you have Peacemaker being greenlit when you didn't even know how Suicide Squad was going to do or if anybody was going to make that connection. So that's just, other studios do it better.
Why is Grace Randolph in the thumbnail? Ahmed Mirza, thank you. Many people have been asking because I wanted to do movie math reaction, but I got to wait till tomorrow. And I love me some Grace Randolph. And I'm going to do a side topic on the irrational hate that all these movie bros want to give towards Grace. And it's unfound. It's not fair. But no, it's not unfilmable, Zeno, but I think they should have focused on if it's true about the sequel or the spinoff series and then it getting halted and not a sequel, they should have had sequels ready to go. Deep sci-fi normies aren't going to get it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Also, where's Tickle Me Elmo and H Bart's? Probably at the $3 theater. Okay, so I think that's where we'll end it. I do want to highlight one of Zeno's comments at the very end too, because I think this is a strong possibility if they don't announce something going forward with the sequel to Dune, audiences are going to leave Dune thinking, "What the f?" If it ends abruptly, and I think that's why, from what I've heard, that's why critics aren't doing like a solid like. They love Denis Villeneuve. They love him. They usually give him really good ratings, but this is why.
So that's the problem, though.
His movies don't make a lot. Yeah, they don't make a lot of money, right?
Yeah, and they lose money. Blade Runner 2049 originally lost some money, but it's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my time on this planet. But there you go. You know.
Mm-hmm. So I will cover that too about Dune. I'm going to make another topic. I'm going to look into the spin-off series. I hope not. I'll have to get Lunga on for that. He knows a lot about Dune. Ahmed Mirza, Shang-Chi is the greatest origin story since Iron Man 1. Honestly, great film. I think it's up there. I think it's up there. I think the action is better than Iron Man 1, but I like Tony Stark's origin better, though. But I really like this one, too. All right, so I think that's where we'll stop, and we got to go head over and give Matt some support because he already went live. Here is the link. I hate to end abruptly like Dune, but we got to go to Hollywood After Dark and support Matt Jarbo. So here is the link.
That show tonight. I'm so afraid to watch that show tonight after last night.
Oh, really? I don't know what happened.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm taking the night off, actually, so it might not be as bad.
Rhea has a good comment to leave on. Didn't people say Watchmen was unfilmable too? Yes, but he basically, that's the savior Zack Snyder think I'm a cultist. No, that he did everything in one film and then released director's cuts. So maybe if Denis Villeneuve, Dune in one film is impossible, right? So
4-hour movie, yeah.
Yes, it's unfilmable. But if you're not sure if you're ever going to get the sequel, that's where, oh my goodness, and it's breaking my heart to hear that it ends abruptly, because I'm like, oh man, we may never get to see another. I can't stand great content that never gets the finish, you know. All right, well, thanks, William. I appreciate you coming on. RJ, Brian, Master Madness, Aaron, World Order. Go sub to all these dudes. We're going to end it here. I'm going to go over to Hollywood After Dark. See you tomorrow, probably. And check out RJ's spoiler review, which I might pop in on for sure. You have to remind me, RJ, and tell me the time. What time?
I'll make sure to send you
the
link and the time. Probably 10:30 Eastern Standard Time.
God damn it. That's what I'll have to go early, maybe tomorrow night then, before your stream.
I can make it earlier. I'll let you know.
All right, we'll figure it out. All right, bye everyone. Go to Hollywood After Dark. Except William's a little cautious. He's unsure.
I'm traumatized, and it was Poindexter's show that my brain was destroyed. I had to watch some porn to get what I saw out of my head.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll end on that. Bye everyone.